In this video, I'm going to show you a hack that'll help to boost your Instagram Reels watch time. And we're going to create these posts in bulk and completely automate it using make.com. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then grab your coffee or your drink of choice and meet me at the computer. Okay, so we're at the computer here, and I pulled together all of this stuff just from ChatGPT, right? A quote, the author, and Instagram captions. So all of this just came from ChatGPT. We've done this one before as well. But in Canva, what we're going to do is we're going to set up a template for ourselves. And you can do this by just going into the social media section, or you can create a custom size. And again, we're going to do our 1080, 1920. You can do a square if you want, but you want to make it sort of fit a larger part of the screen. So we're going to do that, and you can do a video. And so here's the hack, is that if you do it as a video, then when somebody's reading your tip or your quote or whatever it is that you're trying to make, then if you have this as a video, say for 5 seconds, it's going to take them 5 seconds to read it. That's going to boost your watch time instantly for Instagram Reels. So we're going to try that as a bit of a hack. A lot of the top creators apparently are doing that now. So now, I'm not going to go through the whole creation process with you, but I will show you the template that I've built. If you follow me on Instagram, or my Polydorable Finds on Instagram, then you will have seen some of these already. So this is what we have. On here, I'm going to show you each layer. There's loads of layers onto this. And so if you just click on, there's the quote. But if you click on position, on the left-hand side here, there's a section, you click on layers, and you can see all of the different layers that I have. So that's just the basic background. That's the main color of that peachy color. This layer is the pause. I've got a shadow that goes right behind the frame, the image frame. We've got the quote, of course, and we've got our logo. We've got the, go in the position, there we go. We've got the logo. I've also got a little ripped piece there. We've got the quote, author, and then some branding at the bottom, which is really important. Now, you can change all of this, of course. Now you can have the quote as one font and the author is a different one. Now, if we click on here, I use Amsterdam 4 for this because I like that more. Looks like a handwriting. Anyway, so these are just kind of some of the elements that I like to include in my posts, of course. So, and like with this here, you can change the transparency. It's a little bit, I want to maybe pop that down a little bit more so it's just slightly more transparent. It looks more watermarky. You could even pop it down even further than this, but I just have it down to 80. There you go. And right there, there's a frame, right? So this frame is an image will snap into that. So to look for that, you go into your elements and you can look for frame. And it's going to look like this mountains or whatever, the green and the clouds. So here we go. We're going to click select all. There are so many to choose from. That's one of the challenges. But if you have a sense of what you're looking for, you can use, there's so many different shapes. Like these ones have weird edges. You've got different shapes. You can do multiple images in one, but that's just to give you a sense. So once you have your vision, you can figure it out. Now in the bottom, see those 3 dots, you click that, and this is where you can duplicate page. So if you do not have a Canva Pro account, you're doing this manually, you can just duplicate a bunch of these. Once you have one duplicated, you can select both, just shift and select both. And you can duplicate 2 pages, you can duplicate 4 pages. So it just kind of goes on, depending on the number you have. Now I'm going to delete all of these, but if you wanted to, you can then just go individually and copy paste all of the information that you have. But I'm going to delete these because we're not going to do that today. We are going to automate this, right? And to do this, what we need to do is we're going to go into our apps, and then we're going to do a bulk create. And that's how we automate all of this. So we click our bulk create. And I think I've already got this linked because this is a template that I've already used. You can upload data. If you are just using the text and you have a CSV file, you can do that, comma separated value. But here we've got our quote, author, and image section. So you can actually bulk create with images and text, with those two things only. So now with this, what we're going to end up doing is going back to our, to get the quotes in, we'll go back to our Google Sheet right here, and we can just select all of this and then just do a Control-C, right? So we've got all of our quotes, and then we'll go back into our Canva and paste it. We'll do the same thing for author. So we can just select all of this. You can even select just the whole column, but you can just drag down, select all of them, Control-C again, and then go back over to Canva, and we're going to pop that into where the author is. Now for the image, this one is a little bit tricky. You actually have to already have your images uploaded into Canva. You can't just use the Canva images. So, but here, what you have to do, so I don't know if it's easier to bulk create for this, but we're going to do it. We're going to walk through it. So here you go. I'm just going to click on a bunch of images. Now I'm going to fast forward through this so that you don't have to watch me click and paste and click and paste, or it's just clicking on the image. But there we go. I've gone through 30 of them. So it might be easier just to drag and drop if you're doing this manually, I feel. Now from here, what you have to do is connect your data. So if you click on any of these elements, you see this connect data at the top, and then on right there, and then that's going to connect to the author, the quote, or the image. When you're ready, you just generate your 30 designs, because I have 30 rows. Just give it a second. It's just kind of working through it, and see it'll all pop up and then automatically fill. Right there, it's all just automatically filling. Now what's important here, you want to definitely go through each one of these anyway if you're bulk creating, to make sure that the sizing fits, or if there's any other adjustments that you want to make, because sometimes if your quote is a little bit long, it may go over the signature, the author signature kind of thing. So yeah, and making sure that all of your images fit within the frame really well, and I think it does. So now with this, you can also add some music. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back into Elements, and we're going to search for audio. So here we go. And when we look for audio, we need to be really careful that we're looking for sound. So we'll click on this audio here because we want a sound bite. We don't want it to be like an image of a soundtrack or something. Up in the filter, you can click free, so that, you know, you can just click the free. If you do not have a pro account, you can click free right there. So that'll filter out. And I don't think this audio is going to work on my recording, my screen recording, but here we go. You can just drag the audio right down to the, down to the board. Be careful that you have your pointer or your wherever right to the beginning of your image, because then you just have to drag the sound wave over. You can pop down this volume, probably not to 0. Pop down the volume a bit so it's not like this super loud volume, but there you go. Now at the bottom here, you see this slider. You just slide all the way to the end. Make sure that the soundtrack goes to the end. If not, you just click your 3 dots, and then of course you can duplicate the track. So if you have a shorter track that you found that you really like, you can just duplicate it and continue on through till it's the end of your 30 designs or 20 designs or however many you're doing. And there you go. So now you've got your, and there's the name. Just kind of keep a mental note of the name. You can change the name of it as well. But now we're going to just go over to make.com, and we're going to create our new scenario. So here we go. When it opens, it will open. Here we go. So we're going to start our scenario with my favorite, of course, is the tools, and it's going to be the increment function, because that means we're just going to post one at a time. We're just going to leave that as never. And then the next one we're going to look for is Canva. So this is going to be our exported design from Canva. Make sure that your Canva is linked. Exported design right there. I'm going to click it. There we go. And then the folder ID, this one is not in a folder for me, but if you've got it in a folder already, because we just kind of created it. And the design ID, remember, it's that very first one, bulk 1, It was the one we just looked at. So the type is going to be an MP4 because it's a video. And then we're going to have it a vertical 1080p because it's a nice big size. So we're going to just do the pages. It's going to be back from our increment, right? So that's the other benefit of the increment function. So it'll be 1 and then 2. So however many times this runs through, that's what we're going to get. So next, we're just going to pop that over. So next, what we want to do is now we're going to go into our Dropbox because it's much easier if we've not downloaded all of these designs to then upload the file into Dropbox as opposed to our Google Drive. So go into your, choose a folder. Now I find it easier, but we've done both on here. So I'm just going to go into Podorable and I'm going to say my Canva dog quotes because it just makes it easier. We all know what this is. I don't actually have a subfolder in there. And then the file is just going to be our Canva exported design. It's just coming right from there automatically. You can show advanced features, but there's really nothing else. And we don't want to overwrite an existing file. So there we go. Now, for some reason, it doesn't really give you the ability to fill all this in at once, but we're just going to do this from the increment. Again, we're going to just call it like 1, 2, 3. But we have to put in the .mp4 so the Dropbox knows what kind of file it is, if it's a JPEG, if it's a MP4, that kind of thing. So we've got that in there. And the data, of course, is coming from Canva. And once you're happy with this, then you can just click an OK. But it is super important that you indicate that it's the type of file that it is. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do another Dropbox. Because now we've uploaded the file, we need to get the share link if we're going to go to Instagram, because Instagram needs a share link. So here it is, create, update a share link. It can't upload a file, it needs the shareable link. So the file path is just going to be from the file folder ID from the same Dropbox. The access level, we're going to have this as max access because we need for it to be able to download it and upload, right? And then there's no expiration date on this. There's no password on this. We just click OK. So we just wanted to kind of go through that for you. Now, from here, what we're going to do is we're going to go into our Google Sheet because we want to make sure that we are getting the caption, right? Like, so from all of this. But we need to first search Google Sheet or search rows. So that, again, this creates the anchor within make.com to be able to know, okay, so which sheet are we looking at? So we just kind of say, okay, it's this sheet. So we're going to say it's the dog quotes new. This is my new one. The sheet name is just sheet 1. It does contain headers. We're going to just say A to Z because I say Z because I'm Canadian, but the Z is only because we don't have that many columns. Order by row number. It's going to be a string. We're going to have, because that means text. And then limit, we're just going to do 1. We just want 1 at a time, and then we're going to click OK. Next, now we're going to grab that caption from our Google Sheets. So, we're going to do our Instagram. We can grab it in here. So we've got our Instagram. We're going to create a reel post in Instagram. Okay, and we got to make sure that that's connected. Yes, you do need to have the business account. So the video URL is going to come from our Dropbox, and this is the download URL. Remember, that's why we had that second Dropbox module. The caption is now going to come back from the Google Sheet. So this is the Instagram caption. So we don't even have to have a second Google Sheet in there. We just click OK. So that's it. Like it's a pretty straightforward automation. So just make that a little bit smaller. Now what we can do is save it. It's a good idea to save it. Okay. There we go. Now I'm not going to read any of this just yet. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into this is our Podorable Finds Dropbox, empty. We're gonna go into our, probably Instagram. Let's go into takes a second sometimes, right, for these things. So here's the current Instagram, what it looks like. I'm going to do pop a quick refresh so you can see my Instagram. This is the most current, okay? And we're going to pop back over to make, and we're going to click a run once. So the iterator, that doesn't take very much, or the increment function doesn't take much. Canva sometimes takes a second or two, and that's okay. We'll just let it do its thinking and do its thing, because it's exporting this design now. It's going to go over to Dropbox. So it's just going to pick it up. Dropbox grabbed it real fast. And now it's going to convert it to a link. The Google Sheet, fine. It's read that really quickly. And Instagram can sometimes take a minute, not a full 60 seconds, but it takes a little bit longer. It's a longer module usually to run, but it's pretty quick even still, right? All of this is being run within a minute, I believe. We're just going to let it ride, my friends. And then what we're going to do, see, done. We're going to go right over to our Instagram, or sorry, to our Dropbox. Let's do that first, and then we could just click a quick refresh. We can see something's there. Give it a second. There. That's the very first one, remember, from our Canva. Now we can go over to Instagram. We're going to click another refresh here so you can see it. Excuse me. There, and there it is, a cutie patootie that he is. So we're going to click on that. So you can see, you'll be able to see when it was posted as well. Look at that, 39 seconds ago. Dogs are a link to paradise, isn't that sweet? And then we've got the full caption. There we go. We've got the full caption. I'm going to like it. Of course I'm going to like it. And there you have it. Now I'm going to definitely want to change the name of this to something that's memorable, right? We want to make sure. So dog quotes new for IG, which is fine. Pop a quick little save there, and then we're done. You can also change the timing so that you don't even have to think about it. It'll be fully on autopilot. So if we want to do this every day at a certain time every day, so I'm going to change this one, let's say maybe noon, 11. Why don't we just pop that up to 12 p.m. Okay. So it's just going to run every day, quarter after 12 almost, Eastern time zone. We'll pop another save, and then we're done. And this will run every single day. So as you can tell, I use my Podorable Finds social channels as a guinea pig for all of these social media automations that I'm doing. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm up to next, just a quick hint and tip. Follow me there, and then you will see what I've got up my sleeve for upcoming videos. And if you do like videos like this, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. It absolutely helps my channel. And don't forget the bell icon, because that too will ensure that you don't miss a future video. Now, in the future, what I'm planning on doing is creating more automations, or showing more automations that would be a little bit more business specific. So whether that's for your own business, or if you have a client that you're trying to help out with your automation business, then hopefully these tips will help as well. So anyway, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for all of the subscribers that I have so far. And until next time, happy automating.